This is the Quiet Tech. It's quiet. One hand. This is effortless. Okay, that took 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Now let's open the regulator for the line pressure in here. So about 35 PSI with no load. High flow fitting, it's got a bigger diameter so you get more airflow. It's mounted into this high pressure side here. This is a 6mm. Anytime you're going to do any kind of work on this, make sure it's unplugged and make sure there is no pressure in here. So you got to bleed all the pressure off. I have had a lot of air compressors through the years, and they range from probably what everybody is familiar with. You probably used one of these when you were a kid, pumping up the tires in on your bicycle. Little pneumatic ones that will plug into your outlet in your car, which those are handy to have. I have one in each one of my cars. This one here has been a very dependable workhorse of a compressor. It works great for my brad nailers, finish nailers, a whole host of other items, but with a 6-gallon tank, the continuous flow just is not enough. And this is about 2.5 SCFM, which isn't enough to use for spray painting, and that's what I want to do with this. So look at this little beauty. This is more than enough for any kind of nailer. This is intended for like impacts, air drills. Everything has its purpose, and you got to make sure that, you know, this meets your purposes. For me, it's going to handle the painting on the occasional large items that I make. I'm thrilled about that. This is the biggest, largest compressor I've ever owned. We have a 6-foot cord, very sleek. It's got nice rubberized wheels. This will give you a good look at it. The back, it's got 2 air filters. It's got this steel cage. It's got rubber shock mounts, motor inlet, cooling inlets on either side. It's balanced well. It's 135 or 140 pounds. This dashboard display is steel. This is your power position on, vertical is off. This is your tank discharge. You pull that and it will drain your tank from the top. There's a drain valve on the bottom of the tank, and it's really important that you drain this tank because water condenses inside it. It'll cause it to corrode. Whoops, that's my Black & Decker workmate. All right, so what do we got here for specs? This is 1.8 horsepower. It has a 3-year warranty. It's got 26 gallons of capacity. It's got 4.5 SCFMs at 90 PSI. It's got your tool line pressure. It's got 2 line connectors so you can hook up 2 different tools if you wanted to. If you're a quick draw expert and you want to use a 16 and an 18 gauge brad nailer, just bang, bang, one in each. There's 150 PSI maximum on this. It's got a regulator gauge that you can adjust your line pressure that you want to use. For those of you who don't know, Cobalt is Lowes store brand. See, I'm all dressed in blue just for you. As a Lowes partner, I was given this air compressor to do a review on it. And I'll put a link in the description. If you happen to buy one, I will receive a small commission. This is on sale until December the 25th for $339. This, this wheels around really well. I mean, look at that. It wheels better in that direction from the back, and from the front you want to tip it like this, and it slides really good. I mean, you could probably do this with your one hand. This is effortless. If you have any previous experience as an owner of one of these, if you have some pertinent information that anybody that comes across this video may find helpful, please leave a comment. All right, let's put some air in this guy. Let's air him up. Let's go through the startup procedures. Step one, pull this, let any air that's in there come out for 20 seconds. There's like almost nothing in there. It's empty. Attach an air hose, got this little air hose right here. Got an air hose in there. Close the regulator knob, that is closed. Counterclockwise all the way. Set your line pressure to 0. Music to my ears. That is so quiet. 7 feet away. I'm timing this, and I will let you know what it is when it's done. It just shut off, and it looks like 140 is what it come preset to shut off at. Okay, that took 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Bring up the line pressure. Most of you guys are probably going to be interested in 90 PSI. I'm going to let that sit right there. And since you've heard that one, I'm going to fire up my pancake compressor and let you hear the difference. This has got a lot of spring tension in the bottom of it for the seal. That's nice. This is the tool pressure, which is what's coming out of both of these tool outlet lines. All right, so it's set at, it's showing about 60, and we're still at 135 PSI in the thing. So let's move this up to 90. There's no load on this. This is just, air blowing out. So it's dropping about 30, almost 25. Let's hook this nailer up. This is only like a 20-foot long hose. Okay, I'm gonna use this Bosch stitch nailer. Let's see what it does. Looks like it went down to about 80. As it discharged, it came right back to 90. Here, I cut the power off because I didn't want the compressor to kick on and charge the tank back up. There's the regulator. And cut that down. See it? Turn it back up. I'm gonna dump this pressure valve in the back. This is gonna be loud. I'll do the rest of that off camera. Now let's open the regulator for the line pressure. So about 35 PSI with no load, nothing on it. There's a few videos out there where people have done some mods to them. One of them, they put some high flow fittings in it. They put high flow fitting. It's got a bigger diameter so you get more airflow. And what they did was they just mounted it into this high pressure side here. This is a 6mm Allen head, and you just, obviously, anytime you're going to do any kind of work on this, make sure it's unplugged and make sure there is no pressure in here. So you got to bleed all the pressure off before you do anything to this. And I don't know whether or not this will void your warranty, but I'm going to put an additional regulator and mount it in here with a filter and water separator on it for the spraying the woodworking that I do. So that's where that's going right there. I'm thrilled about this guy. You know, I've done a lot of research on it, and I think this is going to be the one for me. I am going to be doing a follow-up video when I make this mod right here, and I will have some more time of use, and I can give you an update on that. But also I want to go over this ball valve down here. This is your drain valve, and you are going to want to drain this. You don't want a bunch of water to sit inside of this thing for months on end. So just get in the habit of bleeding that off when you're done with it, and protect the life of your tank so it doesn't corrode. Let's see how long it takes me to get up off this floor. I'm old and I'm fat. Well, maybe I'm not that old, and maybe I'm not that fat, but I'm definitely not in fighting shape, that's for sure. Because I wanted this to be color coordinated, I went ahead and bought another hose. I own several hoses, and I also picked this up. It's a great stocking stuffer, and it's on sale for $9.99 until December the 30th. And I also picked up another 18-piece set of fittings. They're nice. I haven't coated it with a bunch of dust yet, but give it a little time and there'll be plenty of sawdust on here. Air-powered grinding tools. I do a lot of power carving, and I'm going to use this for using a little pressure pot, high volume, low pressure paint sprayer. That's what this baby's going to be used for. Man, that thing, tell me that is not a good looking addition to your shop. Wow. And this Cobalt has 1/4-inch fittings. I picked up this kit here. It was like $21. These are 1/4-inch. See the difference in size there? In the description, click on the link. It'll take you to Lowe's, where you can place your order online. And if you place your order online, you can have it shipped to the store, and they'll call you when it's ready for pickup. Or you can have it shipped to your house.